Today's the day. I think it's time to just put the Achilles tank in the aquarium.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Well, it's been a while since I used this acclimation box. I've been thinking really hard about it. Should I use it? Should I just put him in at night when the fish are sleeping, the other ones, let them wake up and get a surprise? It's a really hard decision, to be quite honest. You're not talking about, a cheap fish. Not that that makes a difference. We want the best for all our fish. But at the same time, you get what I'm saying. It's not one of those easy decisions to make, no matter how good you are at this hobby. Things happen. And it's one of those things that just happens that either is going to make or break you. Sometimes you have to use good judgment. You have to rely on your own personal judgment. You can't always look for someone to give you all the advice. Sometimes you have to just make decisions that might be uncomfortable for you. It's part of the hobby. It's one of those things that makes or breaks us. At the same time, though, you learn from your mistakes. You learn, what could be your best option. You utilize it. Maybe it is your best option. Maybe this acclimation box won't do a bit of good for what's going to happen a week from now or 2 weeks, whenever I decide to release this fish. You just don't know. There is going to be placement. There's going to be order in this aquarium. That's just how things are. There is a hierarchy, and you're low on the totem pole. It is what it is. It's in human nature. It's in anything that we do when it comes to nature itself. So I like to utilize this. Make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's kind of going to be a little bit hard because I do have a 5-inch lip. So let me just see how this is going to work out, quite honestly. Now that we got the box in, this is probably where it's going to be. It's not a whole lot to look at in the aquarium for now, but it gives me a view first thing in the morning coming down here to check to see what he's doing and how it's doing. I still have a little bit of space to open up the lid, throw some food in there, or it's got plenty of holes. I can use a turkey baster and stuff like that to feed them. Now, I've done fed these other fish. They're not paying no attention to what's going on or why this box is even here in the first place. It's another big decision I have to make on the fox face. He's been showing a lot of signs of aggression. I must say it has calmed down. I've been seeing less and less of it. Powder blue tang, I think, is getting the memo. Purple tang has kicked up a little bit, but it's actually subsided as well. I really don't want to get rid of the fox face. Fox face has been with me for about 8 years now. Okay, started off very small. Okay, or pretty small, let's just say. It's been here a long time. I love what the fox face brings to the table when it comes to taking care of certain things that your other tangs might not take care of. So I think this is a good place for it. It looks pretty level. So I think it's time for me to go ahead and grab the tank, the Achilles tank. Now, before anybody says, oh, ain't you going to acclimate it first? Well, this water and that water is exactly the same. It's made with the same salt, keeping roughly at the same temperature. They're all been getting the same food, everything, same everything. So not worried about that as well. So let me go grab him and let's get him in here. Well, I got to be honest with you. I normally don't like to use a fish net, but in this instance, I'm going to utilize it. I think it's going to make it easier for me to get him out in the first place. Now, he's not going to like this much, but hey, I want to get him as fast as I can, and he is very, very, very fast. This is going to be fun. Now, I am causing some stress. He has went behind the pump. And didn't work out too well. There we go. We got him. So now that we got him, you do want to cover your net. The last thing you want to do is have this fish jump and hurt itself. So I'm going to cover the net and try to take this aquarium net with me. I have him right here. Let me bring you closer. Let's look at this beauty of a gem. He looks like he's doing great. I'm going to feed the aquarium as well. So I'm just throwing some food in here next to the box. See how the other fish are just doing. I'm also going to throw a little bit of flake. So what I like to do is, normally when I utilize a system like this, what I like to do is always start with the box. Now, I don't expect him to eat because it's new to him. It's all new. Let me zoom out. But all the other fish are having a field day. This is a great sign. These fish are not paying any attention to him at all. They can care less. It's a great sign. But I do know once I release this fish into the water column, they are going to size him up. They are going to, do what it is that they do to really get at this fish. Now, this fish is very, very beautiful. I love the red within him. It is really beautiful, looks great. I love the shape of his tail and everything about him. So he's going to stay in here for a little while. It's like, I know some people are going to be like, oh my God, you put this fish in, you should have did 4 to 6 weeks and blah, 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 blah. Hey, I get it. I get where you guys, you new people, are coming from. Remember, I've been doing this for 23 years. That doesn't mean that, you guys don't know anything and I know it all. It's just, it is what it is. I do things the way I do things because that's just the way I do things. And having proper understanding how things work and stuff like that, I would never tell anybody, let me say this again, I would never tell anyone not to quarantine anything that's going into their marine aquarium. I think it is important. I think it's important to inspect your corals. You need to know what you're looking for. You need to understand what, aquarium egg sacs look like, nudibranchs, all these things. You need to understand what these things will do to a system. You need to understand what you're looking for. And if you have the room to quarantine, then quarantine. Give yourself some time to come back, for a week straight, look over things, to observe things, corals, if you can have another frag system set up just for corals that you're getting, just to hold before you put them in your main aquarium, then do it. I'm all for that. Fish at the same time, if you don't have a reputable LFS that you're getting good quality or high quality fish from, and they don't quarantine neither, I think it is best for you to, if you could just set up a small tank just to look over it, to see what it's going to do. Do I think there's always going to be signs of ick or something in 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks of quarantine? No, I don't think that there will always be signs that these fish are, going to show that it has X, Y, and Z. I just don't believe that is true. A good healthy specimen goes a long way versus an unhealthy specimen, depending on how it was collected in the wild. Makes a world of difference. Now, I can't guarantee that this fish is going to make it in here. I can't guarantee any of my fish would make it in here. Powder blue right now is actually showing signs of wanting to get at this fish. I knew that was going to happen. Powder blue knows it's now in there, and as you can watch, the powder blue is going to attack this box. Now, I'm not going to release this fish until that aggression actually subsides and calms down. So, depending if it's a week from now, 2 weeks from now, it's really going to make a big difference on when this fish comes out. Now, I could let this fish go ahead and defend itself and fight for its place, but I really don't want to stress out everybody in the aquarium. So with that being said, guys, he is now in here. I will definitely keep you updated. I don't really want to drag this video out any longer. So hopefully you guys have a great day. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm sure you will. But how long do you guys think that I should leave him in this acclimation box? How long do you think he should be in here before I decide to go ahead and release him? Let me know down in the comment section. With that being said, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.